Salutations, crustaceans. I'm Lobster, and today we are reviewing the Spector NS Pulse 4-string bass. Let's check this thing out. This is the Spector NS Pulse 4. You may have already seen my unboxing of this, where we noticed some interesting hum coming from that jazz pickup. It sounded like single coil hum. However, these are supposed to be hum canceling pickups. I did reach out to EMG, and Anthony over at EMG really helped me out, got me a replacement pickup, so thank you so much, Anthony. The Spector NS Pulse 4 features an EMG Active PJ set paired with a Tone Pump Junior preamp. Now on the website it is listed as a boost only, however this preamp does have boost and cut. The bass cut is significantly offset compared to the boost, with only 4 decibels of cut and 14 decibels of boost, whereas the treble boost and cut is a lot more even. So that's an interesting choice. I don't know why exactly they did that, but they've been using this preamp a lot and some people like it. I'm personally not a fan, but we'll talk about that more once we start playing this bass. Before we do though, let's talk about this body. This is a gorgeous Cinder Red finish on this swamp ash body. Yes, I mean the wood is solid, but it is multiple pieces with a book-matched top and a 3-piece core. For the bridge, we have Spector's typical bridge. Looks good. Let's go ahead and turn this thing around. Just like in my Eurobolt, this does not feature a separate battery compartment. So the battery is in there with the preamp, and you do need to remove the cavity cover to get to the battery. However, the cavity size is nice, so you definitely have room to either upgrade or install a second battery. Whatever you want to do, you definitely have a lot of room in there. Moving up to the neck pocket, we have a 5-screw attachment here. This makes for a very secure neck-to-body connection, and the neck pocket, though not the deepest thing in the world, is deep enough to give you some solid stability. The neck pocket in my Spector Eurobolt was significantly deeper, and you don't see that here, but it's a completely different instrument. So completely different body shape and completely different neck. Moving up to the neck, we have a 3-piece roasted maple neck, and this is nicely roasted as well. It's not overcooked like some of the Corts and the Ibanez's built by Cort that we've seen recently. For the fingerboard, we have a Macassar ebony board with 24 frets at a 34-inch scale, and it's a nice board. It doesn't have the typical Spector inlays that I have on my Eurobolt, but it's still a good looking fingerboard. Moving up to the headstock, you have 4 Spector branded tuners and a color matched headstock face with this Cinder Red sandblasted finish, and it's good looking. At least I think so. Now as for weight, these are extremely lightweight instruments. This one coming in at 7.8 pounds, which is not too shabby for something that is solid swamp ash and roasted maple. You definitely have some dense wood here. This doesn't feel cheap by any means, so it's nice to have that level of lightweightness on an instrument with this level of quality wood. Now, one other item I wanted to touch on is the price. These are priced at $1,000, and with genuine American-made EMG pickups and a swamp ash body with this cool finish and a roasted maple neck, I think this is a pretty good package all around. That being said, the jazz pickup issue that I did have seems to just be a small QC issue. EMG took care of the problem, and I'm happy they did because I enjoy this bass a lot more now. But I know you guys are wondering, what does this thing sound like? You guys know what you need to do. Go ahead and hit that like button so my hand will turn back to normal. Thanks. So that was with the preamp all the way cut at full cut. There is no center notch on either of the preamp controls, so you're kind of flying blind. Now, upon further testing, I did notice there was still some noise coming from the J pickup, but I think I'm going to attribute that to the wiring in the control cavity, as I don't think they're necessarily completing the EMG circuit properly. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I've tested with 3 different EMG jazz pickups, and the original jazz pickup was by far way noisier than the other 2 replacements. One was provided by EMG, and I did also purchase a set off of Amazon because I wanted to do my own independent testing. Both the Amazon replacement as well as the one provided by EMG are way quieter. However, I believe there's something going on here with the preamp. When I boost the treble and go to the jazz pickup, there is noise, but that is at full boost. With the treble cut, you still hear evidence of the noise as well. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and play one more lick with both pickups engaged and the preamp fully cut, and then we'll take it from there. Very nice. I think this pickup combo sounds really good. I never used to be that big of a fan of EMG, but I am now a pretty big EMG fan. I love the EMG pickups that I put in my Spector Eurobolt, as well as the EMG preamp that I tossed in there, and I think that thing sounds great. So keep it up, EMG. You're doing a lot of good stuff. I also really want to get my hands on those EMG Les Claypool P pickups. Those look really fun. But anyways, we'll hopefully look at those in another video. Let's go ahead and check out this P pickup first and play with the preamp. So here is just the P pickup, preamp fully cut. Yes, enough said. I mean, these EMG pickups sound great. This P pickup is no exception. Now, it's not a classic P bass tone, and I don't think that's what this is going for. This is definitely aimed towards the hard rock and metal crowd. I mean, look at this finish. Now, let's go ahead and bring the bass up to roughly center. And that's center on the control, because I know the boost and cut is a little bit offset with only 4 decibels of cut and 14 decibels of boost. Very nice, very nice. This preamp at least isn't killing the definition of the tone when you're just boosting the bass or bringing the bass up to center. Let's go ahead and bring the bass up all the way and see what happens. Yeah, this is, it gets pretty fat here without getting too boomy. It's a little on the boomy side, but it's not that boomy. So, pretty good, pretty good. Let's go ahead and bring that to full cut and bring the treble up to about center. Right there. Not bad. I do wish there was more definition with the treble at center. It seems like it's... I don't know, it seems a little muffled. Let's go ahead and boost that all the way and see what happens. Yeah, so at full boost, you're starting to hear a bit of noise coming from the preamp, and you do get a lot more definition, but at what cost? I don't think that the full package here was necessarily the most well engineered. I wish they chose a different preamp, perhaps an EMG preamp, and I think that would have paired a lot better with these really nice EMG pickups. Let's go ahead and move over to the Jazz pickup. Yep, so there is still a little bit of noise, and I am not going to attribute that to the pickup. I think that it's not necessarily wired optimally for these EMGs, and if we maybe threw in an EMG preamp, it might sound a bit quieter. So here is the Jazz pickup with the preamp at full cut. Not bad. I'm still not really digging this preamp, but let's go ahead and bring the bass up to center-ish. Now let's bring the bass up to full boost. Let's bring that back down to cut and bring the treble up to about center. Again, even at center, the preamp isn't really adding a lot of definition, so it's kind of a letdown there, because I know that these EMG pickups are good pickups. Now, let's bring the treble up to full boost. And we got some significant noise now. Let's see what we get for tone. Yeah, that noise was significant. I'm good there. I really don't like this preamp. No. Now let's go ahead and bring both pickups back into the mix together and see what that sounds like. Here's that with the preamp at full cut. And now the bass at about center. And the bass at full boost. Now let's cut the bass entirely and bring the treble up to about center. And here's the treble at full boost. And let's bring that down to center and bring the bass up to center. See what that sounds like. I'm going to cut the bass a little bit further and let's see how this thing slaps. Very nice, very nice. Construction-wise, I have to say that this is a very well-built and comfortable neck. It's really a joy to navigate. Very, very smooth, very, very sturdy feeling. It's a good neck. The body is very comfortable as well. It sits in the lap nicely and contours around my body just like the Eurobolt did, though this one is slightly less contoured. And finally, let's see what this sounds like with some drums behind it. So here are my final thoughts on the Spector NS Pulse 4. I love the body finish, I love the contouring and the comfort, I love the neck. It's a very comfortable neck that feels good to play and just is very smooth and very easy to navigate. What I don't love, however, is the preamp and the disservice that it does to these otherwise great EMG pickups. I've used EMGs in a lot of different projects and they've always really sounded great. And I've used PJ sets before and I've had no issues. So I really think that this preamp is just not well suited for these EMGs. Now let's talk value. This is a made in Korea instrument that has high quality hardware and great construction. You also have USA made EMG pickups, lightweight tuners. The whole package is under 8 pounds, so this is a very lightweight instrument, relatively speaking. However, at the $1,000 price point, I would expect a higher quality preamp, as this is a preamp that you can find in a lot of lower end Spectors. So what am I going to rate the Spector NS Pulse 4? I'm going to rate this bass 3 claws out of 5. It is an excellently constructed bass. It feels great, and it has some really nice EMG pickups. However, the preamp in this bass is definitely doing it a disservice and not allowing it to achieve its tonal potential. Going hand in hand with that preamp comment is the price. At $1,000, I would hope to see a better preamp in this bass. Or, having this preamp in this bass, I'd expect to see the price a little bit lower. That being said, I think this could be a really solid modding platform, and I wouldn't dissuade anybody from buying it specifically because of the preamp. I think that's something that can be easily addressed. It's up to you whether or not you think it's worth it to throw another $100 or so at a bass that costs $1,000 for the 4-string, but that's up to you. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, join our Discord, and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about my Spector NS Pulse 4. And as always, until we groove again,